Do you think learning Japanese is difficult? Worry no more, because Teacher Daik is here to help you. Hi guys, it's Daiki. How's it going? Today's video is a little different in that it's not exactly for Japanese language learners. I have been using an online English platform since last year. I have talked to a lot of tutors there and clicked with many of them. Because of that, many of my tutors have also subscribed to my channel. First, I want to give a big shout out to my tutors. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. So today, I want to make a video for my tutors to show them my appreciation for their support. Today's video is about 10 useful Japanese phrases for online English tutors. The majority of the users on this platform are Japanese, which means these tutors meet and talk with a lot of Japanese students. Though sometimes they must encounter students who can't communicate in English at all. In that case, it would be best to know some common phrases to say in Japanese so that the students can understand you. Even if your student can communicate in English well, maybe you can surprise or impress them by knowing these phrases. As a result, I hope you will be able to interact with the students better during your lesson. So the target audience for this video is online English tutors who teach English to Japanese students. But that doesn't mean this video is just for them. You might learn some new phrases or something different, so if you are interested, please continue watching. The first phrase is "Thank you for coming to my lesson." This is an important phrase where you welcome the student and show your appreciation for coming. In Japanese, you can say 私のレッスンに来てくれてありがとうございます。私のレッスンに来てくれてありがとうございます。Or if you want to say it more casually and more simply, you can also say レッスンに来てくれてありがとう。レッスンに来てくれてありがとう。The second phrase is Can you see me? Can you hear me well? I hear this phrase most of the time when I take a tutor's class for the first time. There are several ways to say this phrase in Japanese, so I'll introduce two ways that I think sound natural. In Japanese, we say ちゃんと聞こえていますか？映像も見えていますか？ちゃんと聞こえていますか？映像も見えていますか？ Or 音声と映像に問題はないですか？音声と映像に問題はないですか？ You can use either of them. The next phrase is Am I speaking too fast or just okay? This phrase is also the one I often hear in the class for the first time. And it's very important to ask this to beginner students. In Japanese, you can say 話すスピードは速いですか？大丈夫ですか？話すスピードは速いですか？大丈夫ですか？ If you want to say it more simply, you can also say 話すスピードは大丈夫ですか？話すスピードは大丈夫ですか？ You can also say もっとゆっくり話した方がいいですか？もっとゆっくり話した方がいいですか？ It means, should I speak more slowly? This is another natural way to ask, so you can choose the one you like. The next phrase is nice to meet you. As you know, this is a really common phrase, so I hear 100% when I enter a tutor's class for the first time. I think almost all the students understand what nice to meet you means. But anyway, I want to introduce what we say in Japanese to you, because I want you to know and use this phrase. In Japanese, we say はじめましてはじめまして or よろしくお願いしますよろしくお願いします Actually, I've already introduced these phrases in my previous video about 20 essential Japanese phrases. You can use either of them, and also you can even use both of them together, like はじめましてよろしくお願いします As for よろしくお願いします you can use it not only for the first time when you meet the student, but also when your student comes back to your class, even to your regular student. So it's a very useful phrase that you can use many times. Up next we have please wait for a moment. This is a useful phrase not only in lessons but also in daily life. Actually, I've already had some tutors memorize and say this phrase to me in Japanese. In Japanese, we say ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。Or you can also say 少し待ってください。少し待ってください。Both are pretty much the same, but the second one is a little polite, so if your student is obviously older than you, it would be better for you to say 少し待ってください。The next one is, could you say it again? This is also a common phrase that you can use when you didn't understand what the student said. In Japanese, we say もう一度言ってください。もう一度言ってください。or もう一度言ってくれませんか。もう一度言ってくれませんか。The next phrase is, do you have any questions? This is also a very common phrase to ask students. In Japanese, we say 質問はありますか。質問はありますか。Or if you want to say something like, is everything clear? Or so far so good? You can also say 今のところ大丈夫ですか。今のところ大丈夫ですか。Or わからないところはないですか。わからないところはないですか。You can use all of these interchangeably. The next phrase is, I will try reconnecting. Sometimes, due to the bad connection, suddenly you can't hear the voice or see the video clearly. I guess it happens every now and then. In that case, this phrase is useful. In Japanese, we say 接続し直しますね。接続し直しますね。or もう一度つなぎますね。もう一度つなぎますね。Or you can also say, I will try reconnecting, so please wait a moment, by combining the phrases that I mentioned before. In Japanese, 接続し直すのでちょっと待ってください。接続し直すのでちょっと待ってください。or もう一度つなぐので少し待ってください。もう一度つなぐので少し待ってください。It's a good combination, yeah? The next phrase is sorry for the bad connection. Sometimes you might need to apologize even if you are not sure whether your connection is bad or the student's one is bad. Anyway, in that case, you can say 接続が悪くてごめんなさい。接続が悪くてごめんなさい。ごめんなさい means I'm sorry. So in the same way, if you want to say sorry for the interruption, you can say 邪魔が入ってごめんなさい。邪魔が入ってごめんなさい。The last phrase I'm going to introduce in this video is hope to see you again. This is a nice phrase for the end of the lesson, yeah? In Japanese, we say また会えるのを楽しみにしています。また会えるのを楽しみにしています。Alright, that's all for this video. Today I introduced 10 Japanese phrases which are useful in lessons for online English tutors. I recommend that you write down all of these 10 phrases on a paper and put it beside your laptop during your lessons. I hope these phrases will be useful in your future lessons, and also I want you to say these phrases naturally down the road. If you are not confident saying these phrases properly, let's practice next time we have a lesson together. Thank you for watching my video. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye. Salamat po.